Money in the Bank 2013. Alright, so that was a really good pay-per-view. If I was gonna go to a pay-per-view, I would have loved to gone to that one. And you know what? Honestly, I could have. It was in Philly, so anyway, regardless of that, I loved the first match. I was really excited. That was the only match I was actually kind of excited for because whoever wins is going somewhere, and whoever loses might not go anywhere. Like it's very possible that they won't be in many matches coming up. That being said, I really wanted Wade Barrett to win, but I had a feeling he wasn't. I fucking loved him from the Nexus, and I still love him. I was Nexus. I was not against us. Those were the good old days. That's when I started watching Raw. Yeah, it's too old for that. Anyway, so I was hoping he would win. Didn't happen. At least Dean Ambrose didn't win. He's getting so much hype, and I don't even know why. Well, Dean Ambrose is the new thing. Look out for Dean Ambrose. I'm looking at him, and I'm like, okay, I hate the Shield. It's a Nexus wannabe, first off. Alright? Secondly, just, he's ugly. So sue me. I want my wrestlers good looking. You want your divas hot, don't you? I mean, if he was really, really good, like Mark Henry I like, and he's not attractive, but he's like, just like you should like Karma, you know, Awesome Kong, even though she's not like, I mean, she's, yeah. So, anyway, getting back to the pay-per-view. It was a really good pay-per-view. You know, a lot of matches that I wasn't interested in got good, like Chris Jericho versus Cowboy Hat Nexus guy, Ryback. That was really good. Yeah, he made that good. I think Jericho just makes matches good. I think that's his thing. The John Cena one, I did like Mark Henry throwing him the fuck around, you know, like he was a rag doll. Because John Cena is not a small guy. I saw Rob Van Dam in person, and seeing him on the screen made him look small. So whenever I saw him way up close, I was at the Binghamton thing right before he went to this pay-per-view, and he was like he was huge, you know, he was really intimidating. And then I see him on the screen, and he's not that, like, compared to all the other wrestlers. I don't know, it still blows my mind. It will never stop blowing my mind how big these people are. That being said, throwing John Cena around, who weighs considerably more and is like, you know, Mark Henry, that was pretty cool. But the match, it was, and then the Dolph Ziggler match ended lame, you know, with what's her face. But speaking of the Divas match, that was actually really entertaining. It was better than most of the Divas matches I've seen. As far as really entertaining, I mean, it wasn't as entertaining as the first match and the last match. Those were the best matches, in my opinion. That was a bug on my screen. So, but that cool move at the end was really, really good that AJ did on, not Natalie, what's her name? What's her name? Caitlyn. Sorry, Caitlyn. I care about Diva stuff. I do. I didn't remember your name. Plus, AJ, I like how AJ actually has personality. Even if it's a crazy person, that's better than Barbie doll, in my opinion. They could get more creative with the Divas stuff. They really could. But they were hitting each other hard. The past couple of Divas things I've watched within the past year, it's been like light contact, and it's why are they wrestling in the first place. This was pretty decent, you know. AJ was flopping around, and then she did that weird spider move. That was pretty cool. So that was good, but the last match, oh, well, the first one, that was cool, that was awesome, I enjoyed that. Like I said, stakes were high. So, who ended up winning? Damien Sandow, which I'm a fan. He's really funny. He's entertaining, and he's a decent wrestler. You know, I don't think I do pay attention to his wrestling, but I haven't seen a lot of it recently, which I don't think a lot of us really have, unless we watch it every day. But even then, there's so much else going on. So, Damien Sandow, really good job. I loved it, and I hated it because they were best friends, and then it just got and stabbed me in the fucking heart. I love the promo too when he's like, "We're best friends. Of course, it's not gonna mess up our friendship." Ugh. Like that's my fancy Damien. Whatever. Ugh. Whatever. Okay, that was great. And then Fandango with his Fandango thing, loved it. He did a good job too. That's what did he do? Fuck, I don't know what that was called. It was the thing where he rolled over on top of the ladder and then went to the floor with him and slammed him on the ground. That was so badass. I was like, you're Fandango. You're not just a fucking bitch character. You're cool. Plus, I love that guy. I love Johnny Curtis. How he takes his role so seriously. He could just be, you know, Santino Zest and be like, but no, he's like weird. He's still. I was watching another YouTube, the whole fucking show or something like that, and dude, he was talking about how Johnny Curtis is Johnny Curtis no matter which character he is, which is true. He's Johnny Curtis as Fandango. Like, he's weird. He's just a weird dude, and you can tell. You see it on his face that he's like into it, but he also thinks it's hilarious. Anyway, sorry, I like getting into that. The psychological mumbo jumbo. So that was really cool. But yeah, the friendship was lost. CM Punk's friendship was lost. I didn't see that coming at all. Damien Sandow, I was like, alright, this is gonna end soon. But the CM Punk thing, but then again, I haven't seen a lot of CM Punk promos recently. So to say that he, I remember I kept missing the things where they're like, oh, that was an awkward moment between CM Punk and, what's his name? Chris Heyman. What's his first name? I know his first name. I'm a Heyman guy. Oh, whatever. It'll come back to me. I'm horrible with names. Anyway. And I saw the CM Punk documentary, which was really good, with Paul Heyman. There it goes. Jesus fucking Christ. So so all this stuff is pretty cool, how they're putting them against each other now. Oh, that was so... That really blew me away. I was like, oh my god, because he hits him with the... Anyway. Oh, and Daniel Bryan was so good in that match. You know, that whenever he came out, I wouldn't have minded him winning because I really like watching him. He's a really good athlete. He's just a great athlete. And the way he came into that ring and started beating the shit out of everybody. And it wasn't like, oh, this is unrealistic. There's no ways. Like, people were scared or something that they do with a lot of things. Like the Shield, you're like, they could probably beat up these 3 medium-sized guys. These 3 giant people could probably beat them up. They're not that impressive. But this was realistic. I don't know why. He was just like banging the shit, and then he was like back and forth and back. He must have been exhausted, but he was great. I'd say that was the peak for me. That was good. After that, it was still really good. It was still good. Who won again? Who won that? I know who won that. Wait, who's I don't... Why did my thing go off screen? Who won this match? Oh, right. Randy Orton. That was so disappointing. Ugh, I spat all over. That was so disappointing. I mean, he didn't even win by anything cool. I mean, the RKO was good, but it wasn't finale good. And what are they going to do with him? Are they going to try to get his old fan base back? Of girls going, oh, this is so hot. He's okay. He's orange. All right. I used to think he was cool at first when I first came into the WWE because he was big-ish then. But then after that, I was like, I liked how he was a bad guy, but he was just crazy, and that was kind of cool. But I didn't even know he was like the whole anti-hero, and that was like the first anti-hero I saw. And then, okay, just 1 second, I have to go get that. She has a key. Why is she ringing the doorbell? Point being, ending wasn't as great. It should have led up to something bigger. The whole thing was great. Great pay-per-view. Watch it if you haven't watched it. Find a way.